They called me the Devil of Detroit. I'd made grown men weep with a single glance. But nothing prepared me for the chaos that walked into my life wearing a sundress and carrying a baseball bat wrapped in pink duct tape. "You Marco Castellano?" she asked, sitting uninvited in my office chair. I raised my gun. She raised an eyebrow. "Great. I'm Lily Chin and you just kidnapped my cat." I blinked. What? "Mr. Whiskers. Orange tabby. Attitude problem." She spun in my chair. "Your goons grabbed him thinking he was some rival spy device." "Yes, really?" I'd heard many ridiculous things, but this topped them all. "Get out before." She pulled out her phone, showed me a photo. My enforcer Tony was indeed holding an angry orange cat, looking utterly confused. I pinched the bridge of my nose. This couldn't be happening. "So here's the deal," Lily continued, propping her feet on my mahogany desk. "You return Mr. Whiskers unharmed, or I release 17 years of your tax documents to the FBI. Yes, I hacked your systems during your remarkably weak firewall maintenance window last Tuesday." My blood ran cold. "Impossible. Our security was military grade." She smiled sweetly. "Also, I may have redirected 3 of your offshore accounts to various cat shelters. Consider it a down payment." I should have killed her right there. Instead, I laughed, actually laughed, for the first time in years. "You're insane." "Certifiably." She stood, extending her hand. "So, partners?" "Partners in what, exactly?" I asked, not taking it. "You help me rescue Mr. Whiskers from wherever Tony stashed him. I'll undo the financial damage and upgrade your security. Plus." She leaned in conspiratorially. "I know you're planning to take down the Volkov family. I have their entire operation mapped. Every safe house, every route, every corrupt cop on their payroll." Now she had my attention. "Why would you help me?" "Because they killed my brother 2 years ago. Made it look like a car accident." Her smile vanished, replaced by something dark and familiar. "I've been planning their destruction ever since. You're just the weapon I needed." I studied her face, young, maybe 24, but her eyes held the same haunted look I saw in my mirror. "You're not just some hacker, are you? MIT dropout, former NSA contractor, current vigilante with boundary issues." She shrugged. "I prefer morally flexible justice enthusiast." Against every instinct, I found myself intrigued. "Fine. We get your cat, then we talk business." "Excellent." She clapped. "Oh, one tiny thing. Tony kind of locked Mr. Whiskers in a warehouse that's being raided by the FBI in about." She checked her watch, 43 minutes. "You what?" "I may have anonymously tipped them off about the illegal weapons inside. To create urgency." "You're welcome." I grabbed my jacket. This woman was going to be the death of me, or the most interesting thing that ever happened. We raced through Detroit's underground tunnels. Yes, I had tunnels, while Lily hummed the Mission Impossible theme. Irritatingly off-key. "So, Marco, what made you become a Mafia boss?" she asked casually, as if we were on a coffee date. "Family business. My father before me. His father before him." I checked my watch. 30 minutes. "Why'd you become a criminal?" "Revenge mostly. Also, regular jobs are boring." She hopped over a puddle. "Ever think about retiring? Opening a bakery perhaps?" "A bakery? You seem like you'd make excellent cannoli." I stopped dead. "How do you know I make cannoli?" She tapped her nose. "I know everything, remember? Including that you donated $2 million to children's hospitals last year under 17 different aliases. You're not as scary as you pretend." No one had ever seen through me like that. It was terrifying. And oddly, refreshing. We reached the warehouse with 18 minutes to spare. Through the window, I spotted Mr. Whiskers in a cage, Tony standing guard looking miserable. "He's allergic to cats," Lily whispered. Poetic justice. I texted Tony, "FBI incoming. Get out. Leave the cat." He texted back, "Finally." This demon scratched me 8 times. As Tony fled, Lily picked the lock, impressively fast, and we rushed in. She cooed at Mr. Whiskers like he was a baby. He purred like an engine. "See? Not so bad," she said. Then alarms blared. Red lights flooded everything. "That's not the FBI," I said slowly. Through the opposite entrance, Volkov's men poured in, heavily armed. We'd walked into a trap. Lily's eyes widened. "Okay, that I didn't plan. Any brilliant hacks for this?" I positioned myself between her and the advancing soldiers. "Fresh out." She clutched Mr. Whiskers. "But I do have pepper spray and audacity." Dmitry Volkov himself stepped forward, sneering. "Marco Castellano. And a girlfriend? How touching. Makes killing you both easier. She's not I started. I'm way more than a girlfriend, Lily interrupted. I'm the woman who's about to ruin your entire life. She pressed her phone. Suddenly, every screen in the warehouse lit up, showing evidence of Volkov's crimes. Bank records, murder contracts, everything. I'm live streaming this to every law enforcement agency in Michigan, she announced cheerfully. Say hi to your close-up. Chaos erupted. Volkov's men scrambled to shut it down. In the confusion, I grabbed Lily's hand, and Mr. Whisker's carrier, and we bolted. Gunfire erupted behind us. We dove behind crates, my heart pounding not from fear, but from the adrenaline of having someone equally unhinged fighting beside me. You're completely insane. I shouted over the noise. You're just now realizing? She grinned, then threw something. A smoke bomb engulfed our pursuers. Told you I came prepared. We escaped through a side exit just as FBI vehicles surrounded the building. Volkov's men were trapped, exactly as Lily had planned all along. Catching our breath in my car, I stared at her. You orchestrated everything. The cat kidnapping. The warehouse. All of it. Guilty. She didn't look remotely apologetic. I needed to prove I was useful before proposing a partnership. Also, I genuinely needed Mr. Whiskers back. Win-win. You manipulated me. You were going to die attacking Volkov unprepared. I saved your life. She met my eyes. You're welcome, by the way. I should have been furious. Instead, I started laughing again, that strange, genuine sound I'd forgotten I could make. You're the craziest person I've ever met. Coming from you, that's a compliment. Over the next 3 months, Lily and I became an unlikely team. She'd hack systems. I'd handle the physical operations. Together, we dismantled the Volkov empire piece by piece. But somewhere between the danger and the late-night strategy sessions, something shifted. I caught myself watching her type, fascinated by her concentration. She started bringing me coffee exactly how I liked it, something even my closest men didn't know. Marco, she said one night, surrounded by computer screens. Why do you trust me? I shouldn't, I admitted. You blackmailed me, manipulated me, turned my life upside down. But you're the first person in 20 years who's seen me as more than a monster or a myth. I moved closer. You see the man underneath. She looked up, vulnerable for the first time. I see someone who donates to hospitals and makes cannoli and is trying to be better than his legacy. That's who I wanted to partner with. Is that all? My voice dropped lower. No, she whispered. But admitting the rest is terrifying. I cupped her face gently. This wild, brilliant, infuriating woman who'd crashed into my life and changed everything. Then let me go first. I'm falling for you, Lily Chin. Your chaos. Your courage. All of it. Tears filled her eyes. I came here planning revenge. I didn't plan on finding someone who makes me want to live instead of just survive. We kissed then, soft and sweet, the world fading to just us. Mr. Whiskers yowled, breaking the moment. We laughed. 6 months later, the FBI finished prosecuting Volkov's empire. Lily's evidence was instrumental. In exchange for her cooperation and my testimony, we received immunity and a fresh start. I sold my operations, kept only the legitimate businesses. Lily started a cybersecurity consulting firm. We bought a house in the suburbs, much to my former associate's shock. The devil of Detroit, domesticated by a hacker and her cat, Tony joked at our wedding. Best thing that ever happened to me, I replied, watching Lily dance with Mr. Whiskers in her arms, ridiculous and perfect. She caught my eye across the room and mouthed, "Love you." I mouthed back, "Still crazy." She grinned. Always. I'd spent my life believing I was meant for darkness. Then a woman crazier than me showed up with a baseball bat and a cat, and showed me that even devils can find redemption. And love. And happiness. All it took was someone brave enough, or insane enough, to see past the monster to the man waiting underneath. We lived happily chaotic ever after. Mr. Whiskers approved.